We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. On first down, Benjamin. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
Hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. To throw, it's Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. He's going to have the first down past the 20 as they'll finally stop him at the 23-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Right back to him on first down. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Off the play fake. Martinez going deep downfield for Ross. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Check 13. Check 13.
Martinez to throw on third down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line. Off play action. Martinez. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Delta. Mike's 50, Mike's 50, and go.
Looking to throw. Martinez. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Rodgers on target to Valdez-Scantling. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Watch twins. Watch twins. Begin. Check.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Packers nothing.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Switch. 80 weapon. Foxtrot. Ready, go.
Here's Martinez throwing on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Back
to throw. Martinez. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Rush in. Run again.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
I got you, boy.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
I'm coming after you. Check it back. Check it.
Martinez now on 3rd and 2. Going deep down. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for the Bengals. And even 50 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
On first down, Benjamin. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. That's it. We got motion. We got motion. Back up, back up. 42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the alpha. I got you. Hustle, crack.
To throw is Martinez. Looking to throw on second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
Now Martinez operating from the gun. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dean Lowry drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up fourth down. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points seeded.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Geno Atkins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Rodgers now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Chopper. Charlie. 42's the mark. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Mike 42.
Martinez off the play fake, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah. Not
an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Give me some. Here we go. Watch safety creeping. Safety.
Off the play fake. Martinez. And a throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
50 seconds.
Working from the gun. Rodgers to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Deshaun Hamilton. Incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
57 to Mike.
Here's Rodgers to throw again. Touchdown, Packers! Geronimo Allison in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score. Until that late score here in the second quarter, they'd only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, and when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as a head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On second and 11 now. Rodgers, he's got Mason complete. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On second down, it's Jones. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now a second and 6 at the 30.
To throw on second and 6, Rodgers. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Open man here is Hamilton. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal. Now Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Coverage there by the former first-round pick, William Jackson. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Give them a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On the set. 42 is the mic. I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Looking to throw. Martinez. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
A gain of 14. And a Bengal first down.
Come on, set. 90. Wolf. Get that ball. Get that ball. Alert 3. Set, go. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here's Martinez on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down right around the 25. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Martinez now to throw on second down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Bengals take over
Let's go.
first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 26-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the call. Faster. Ready, go.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Wide, get wide. Go. 42 the mark, boys. 42.
On 3rd down, Benjamin. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Benjamin. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Watch the shift. General, west. Orbit.
2nd and 4. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
I'm going back to you. Show it up. Ready.
Running game working they'll stick with it on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. About 3 yards there to the 27. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. To throw is Martinez. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On first down, Benjamin. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Second and 14. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Mike 42, check, check, Mike 42. All day, pump. Mike's 42, Mike's 42. Go, go, go. 61.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the... And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's 4-2. Man, that's trash. Topper. Topper. Six. Go.
They'll run on first down. Benjamin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Oh, here we go. Ready, go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Hamilton. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Cincinnati, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 booms in them. Triple school, I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for this.